I'm Rebecca Bell-Meterau, and I teach at Texas State University. I've been there since 1981. And before that, I taught in the Peace Corps in Chad. I first noticed the State Board of Education when the incumbent in my district, District 5, it's a big district. It's 12 counties, and it's about 1.5 million people. I noticed an editorial by Ken Mercer, who is an insurance man and a former state representative for one term, and he lost his election and decided to bring politics to the State Board of Education. He wrote an editorial in which he described a conflict with some of the teachers on the curriculum committee over the English language curriculum. He's a big fan of phonetics, and he doesn't like whole language English, sort of an obscure argument, but they switched out the curriculum at the last minute, the night before they were going to vote on it, because they knew the extremists on the board had the votes. And he bragged in that editorial that the teachers got a well-deserved spanking. Now that kind of made me mad. But that's just what brought it onto my radar, and then actually it was when our daughter, who had graduated from public school, saw that there were people asking me to run, and she looked at me and said, "Mom, you could really do a good job. You could make a difference." And that melted my heart, and little did I know at the time it was this quiet little thing. I thought, well, it'll be this boring little race for school board. And then everything exploded because this board got so out of control. It started doing and saying so many outrageous things that it became not just a statewide issue, it became a national issue. And I even heard from people that I've called that they were visiting Egypt, and people asked, "What's up with your crazy State Board of Education in Texas?" So it's turned into a much bigger thing. And then, of course, it's appeared on the Colbert Report twice and on the Daily Show once, and you can look at those on the web, and they're pretty amusing. But as I've started campaigning back in August, I have really learned a lot about what goes into all of the local school boards all around those 12 counties, and everywhere I visit, I hear again and again from people that they don't want politicization of the school board. They really want to just prepare their kids for a 21st century education, and they want a reasonable, moderate board. They would rather have a teacher than a politician, insurance man on the board. When they're educated and they know what's happening to the board, they don't like it. And so the thing that keeps me going is this constant feedback that I get from people. Even I'll go and visit Republicans, and they'll say, "Well, I'm a Republican, but I agree with what you say, and I think it's important to have teachers on the board, have qualified people, have reasonable, moderate people." And I'll give you one last example of something that I learned. After our primary, I went to a very wealthy men's breakfast club, and they had the chair of astronomy from UT, University of Texas, there speaking. And he said that they were really proud. They had one of their astronomers mentioned in the curriculum that was formed by scientists, and he had discovered a more refined way of determining the age of the universe. And when the school board, the Texas Board of Education, saw that curriculum, they took out that fact, because there are people on the board who dominate the board who think that the earth is 10,000 years old and that humans walked the earth with dinosaurs. So when people ask me why I'm running, I say, how can I not run against that?